What are the ethical concerns of carbon offsetting? Imagine trying to balance a scale with one hand while adding weight to the other. That's similar to how carbon offsetting aims to balance emissions with reductions elsewhere. It sounds simple, but when you look closer, many questions come up. How do we know if these offsets really work? Are they fair to everyone involved? And do they encourage us to keep polluting? These are the core ethical issues we need to explore. First, let's talk about whether offsets are truly adding new benefits. Sometimes, projects like planting trees or capturing carbon are already happening because of laws or economic reasons. If someone pays for offsets that fund projects that would have happened anyway, it's not making a real difference. That's called lack of additionality. It's like paying for a service you already get for free. This can make the whole system seem honest when it's not. Next, there's the question of fairness. Often, wealthier countries or companies pay for projects in poorer regions. This can lead to a situation where the rich keep polluting because they think they can just buy their way out of responsibility. Meanwhile, poorer communities might bear the burden of pollution or land use changes. This raises questions about justice and whether climate efforts are shared equally across the world. Another concern is moral hazard. If companies think they can just buy offsets to cover their emissions, they might not bother to cut down their own pollution. This can slow down real efforts to reduce greenhouse gases. It's like using a bandage instead of fixing the wound. The goal should be to cut emissions directly, not just offset them. Transparency is also a big issue. Without clear rules and independent checks, some offsets might be exaggerated or even fake. This is called greenwashing. It tricks consumers into thinking they are helping the environment when they might not be. It's important that offsets are verified and honest so that resources go to projects that truly make a difference. Long-term effectiveness is another challenge. For example, planting trees might store carbon for a while, but natural disasters or land changes can undo that. If the stored carbon is released later, the offset no longer works. That makes it hard to trust offsets as a permanent solution. In the end, using offsets can be helpful, but only if they are honest, fair, and truly effective. They should be a last resort after reducing emissions directly. Ethical climate action means being truthful about what offsets can and cannot do, and making sure they don't replace real efforts to cut pollution. When we think about climate change ethics, fairness, responsibility, and transparency are key to making offsets a morally sound part of the fight against global warming.